It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad.
Why don't we drive around and try all different chicken sandwiches and see which one's our favorite?
Okay.
That's incredible. You wanted to do that for this show?
I did. We
Okay.
got Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King.
Ooh.
Do they
Jack
have
in the
one?
Box?
Jack in the Box
Carl's?
might have one. It's got to be crispy chicken.
I think at every fast food joint they have
have
a
to.
crispy chicken
So I'm
sandwich.
saying you rate it from 1 to 5.
Okay, so what
And
happened
then you pick your favorite.
between the point of birthing this idea and coming here, and how come there are no chicken sandwiches here?
Why didn't you get us any chicken sandwiches?
Why are you blue balling us now with this delicious idea?
I had this idea.
It's my way to get you guys to rate me back. I have to throw this idea out there. You can't do it with anybody else now. So Patton. Patton?
That's how that word works.
You a big chicken girl?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Chicken over every other type of protein.
Ooh.
No.
If I had to eat one protein for the rest of my life,
Shrimp.
it would probably be steak.
Steak. Okay.
Because you got so many different options
Yeah.
with that.
It's a whole cow.
Pesto, A1.
Pesto A1. That's what I was thinking like different cuts. Ribeye, prime rib.
I think of,
You went straight to the
Filet.
condiments.
But she's
Yeah.
like, it don't matter how you cook,
Yeah,
bro.
but I mean, if you have chicken every day of your life and the condiments, it's still chicken to me. I don't know.
But you could do like buffalo chicken. You could do grilled chicken. You could do fried chicken. You could do Cajun chicken. You could do lemon pepper chicken. Think about Wingstop, huh? Think about how many different types of chicken you could have at Wingstop.
I only like Wingstop from their sugar fries.
Ugh.
You don't like it for the main item that they sell,
You
which
don't
is
stop
chicken?
for the wings?
I literally only go there for the fries.
The fries, don't get me wrong, really
Are
good.
fine. But not the sugar fries, the normal fries.
I'm going off a subject I haven't had in since I was a senior in high school.
And
So
also,
I have no idea what it tastes like now.
probably the same. I don't think they've changed the recipe or done
The
anything
recipe has
innovative.
changed.
Someone took one bite and they're like, I got this. Hang on a second.
This is fine.
It's
Wingstop
been like
is
20
doing okay.
years. We need to try something
Now we have to
different.
go to Wingstop.
Yeah. So there are no chicken sandwiches here.
No, but I have another idea.
What?
Okay.
We go to Taco Bell. We see how much we can buy with $20.
What? Okay, I'm so okay. I don't know you
Not
that
enough.
well at all. Very little to no information do I know about you, other than like what I've had to look up to do research for this episode.
Stop
And I'm
me.
learning so much very quickly, and it's all about food.
I love food.
That's Stephanie. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't learn that she likes food based on what you learned online.
I saw a picture of you with a bowl of cereal in between your legs,
That works.
but I thought it was just an accessory. I didn't know if you actually ate the bowl of cereal.
There was some consumption of Fruity Tooties. Fruity
Okay.
Tooties, though.
Okay, some
Were they not
consumption.
Fruit Loops?
No, they were the off-brand, and they're so good. Like, people that say off-brand cereal is just not the biz. You'd be surprised.
Off-brand cereal is
I know.
really good.
I
I like
know.
it when the off-brand cereal is such a big portion that it's not even in a box anymore.
No, it's like a big-ass
It's
bag.
a bag.
In a dog food bag?
Yes, that was me in
with a
college.
resealable zipper, because that's class right there.
No, it can't. It has to be still like the cereal bag, but just huge.
That's for a family that likes to, get separate containers for their cereals.
Yes,
they pour it in there.
Oh,
They don't know. It looks the
Yeah,
same.
the
You're
kids think
describing
it's
me
cereal.
as an individual, because this is what I did when I was going to college. I lived in Woodland, and my apartment complex was
brag.
right next to a grocery outlet. And you'd go
Bargain
there.
market.
Yeah, you-
Bargain market.
Exactly. Great jingle. Worked on me. Got 36 eggs for the price of like $5.
Smart and Final, we get like 42 eggs for $20.
Fart and Final, is that where you go?
Fart and final. That's the final fart that you'll ever fart.
Welcome to Fart and Final. We kill you here.
Well, how come they call it smart and final? Because the word final in it is like back, no take backs. Once you buy these
Final
eggs,
offer.
They do zero returns.
zero returns.
They're almost expired. You can't return them.
Yeah.
You have to have them.
It's smart to buy it here because it's the final place where they go
It's
before the dump.
cheaper.
After you purchase something, they're like, sorry, no receipts here. Paper or plastic.
Cash only. Cash only, no receipts.
Yeah.
Get out.
Get
There's
out of
always
here.
sketch going in there. But they got some good stuff.
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, because this is fun, I do want to say welcome to all of our listeners.
Yes, welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant.
We have a friend here today. I would call her that, not to her face though.
No.
So we have a wall here you can't see because of the way we positioned our cameras.
Why not to her face?
Ugh, gross.
Really?
But we have Stephanie here.
Yes.
Shit, hi.
Stephanie, say hi.
Hello.
Stephanie, welcome to the studio. Thank you for doing this show. I'm under the impression that Alejandro had to try very hard to get you onto the show.
He did. You know what? Actually,
Stop it.
if I scroll enough on your Instagram, there was a time where I commented that I wouldn't be on the show because he was begging me so much. And he's like, I will never have you on this show ever. And
Stop
here
it.
I am today.
Stop
I
it.
also think he hired me back at his place of business so that he can harass me to be on the show. But
That second part is
here
fine.
nor
That
there.
second part is a little bit true. That second part is a little bit true. The first part, I don't know if that's true. But
I'll pull it up.
if I had a
Well,
nickel.
it's good strategy. I'm glad you're here. I can already tell that you're good at this whole talking thing.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't shut up.
How dare you?
Oh my gosh. You guys have something in common then.
Oh. She's our people. She fits in.
No, I get that already. I do have a question. So when you came here, I wasn't ready yet. I was scarfing down a salad. I hadn't eaten breakfast yet because I wake up very late. My first question that I wanted to ask you was, are you the type of person that will tell me that I have lettuce stuck in my teeth? Or will you let me live in torture for the rest of the day until I see it?
You know what? That's hard. It depends on the person. You know? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Okay, me. Let's use me as the prime example.
Probably not.
Really?
I feel like
you-
I don't know you well enough to where it would be an
Comfortable.
insult almost.
An insult? No, okay, let's raise
Like, I
this.
don't want to
but no-
embarrass you because I don't care if you have lettuce in your teeth. I'll talk to you all day. I'm not sitting there like you're gross, but I don't want to embarrass you because then your whole time you're like, fuck, she saw me
I had
with
the
lettuce
spinach
in my teeth.
And
God
also
damn
it's
it.
like my thing is if you didn't notice or like if you find out and you like bring it up one day and be like, hey man, how come you didn't tell me I had spinach in my teeth? I'd be like, oh, I didn't notice.
See, that's fine. I'm fine with someone saying
That's
that
how
they
I do
don't
that.
notice.
You're fine with someone lying to your face.
No, but it has to be truthful.
It has to be me.
It has to be truthful. Well, him, if he, lacks
Yeah.
attention to detail or doesn't just give a fuck, he's not looking at my teeth. He's known me for well over 10 years now. I don't
even
think he's
look him
looking
in
at
the
my
eye.
mouth.
I don't even look him in the eye. I look right in between, right here.
That's a sailor's trick.
It's a salesman's trick.
That's a psychopathic thing,
I
actually.
think it's actually a pirate trick.
Pirate. Did I say
You
sailor?
said
Same
sailor.
thing.
No, we're not
No,
sailors.
Trick.
We're
very
pirates.
Pirates. Yes.
very different things. So I want to laser in on this thing real quick.
Did you have
because
like spinach in your teeth and before you came in here you checked it and this is why this is coming up?
it's a hypothetical. It's happened in the past. And I ate it so fast that who knows? I didn't have time to floss. I wanted to come here, be a
enough.
good host to you. So
So how's his teeth?
They look great.
thank you.
Orthodontist, right?
Yes.
Recently?
Yes. Oh wow, you know
You're a
so
good
much
listener.
about
You're a
me.
good listener. Fast friends, these two. They're
I
fast
like-
friends. So I tried to keep you two away for so long because I don't like my friends fraternizing.
It's
then they
because
hang
we'll be
out
better
without
friends
me.
than you two.
Exactly.
And I would be in your spot and you'd probably be in mine.
Honestly, I'm 6 months away from losing my podcast to you.
Just keep coming on the show.
I used to know
The
this
viewers
girl.
love me more.
I work. Me and Stephanie, we work at the same place, and people have to come in and check in at this gym. And there was a girl who used to be a member there, and she was fairly cute. I had a little bit of a crush on her. But one day she walked in, and I was like looking down. I looked at her. I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Blank. And she had like this huge like snot thing, like from her nose, like past her mouth, like almost to her chin.
That's a long snot.
And then she like smiled at me. She's like, "Oh, I'm good," and like it like stayed connected. And I was like, and then she like walked it to the bathroom, whatever. And I was just like, "Oh fuck." And
She's
like,
gonna know you saw.
oh, 100%.
She's like, oh,
she like went
shit.
into the bathroom. Like the first thing you do when you go to the bathroom is like look into the mirror. And like she looked in the
your
mirror,
vein.
and I just think to myself like she must have looked in the mirror and just been like, "Oh fuck," because immediately like I don't know if I ever talked to her ever again after that. Like I
Maybe
honestly,
she didn't care. She's like, oh, it's just Alex. I don't.
Ooh, that's a good way.
I hope so, but she definitely cared. She was definitely embarrassed.
She actually got her membership revoked. She's like,
It's like the next day she quit. That was weird. Huh?
How do you know she didn't care? Or how do you know that she did care? I'm sorry.
You can tell when someone's like embarrassed, right? Like if because they don't like, because she didn't talk to me anymore. Like she like avoided my eye when she like, you know what I mean? Like when she came out of the bathroom, she just like went out instead of like hanging out in the lobby where we used to hang out. So it was just like a couple of things that aren't the usual. It's like and especially me, I'm pretty receptive to things. I'm pretty aware of what's going on. So like if one thing is just like a mess, I'll be like, interesting. Like it may not mean something, but I'll note it.
You'll note it. Okay, what would you do in that situation, Steph?
Oh my God. I mean, if it's a girl, that's like girl code. I'd be like, hey, sweetie, something right here. And
No, but
she'd be
what
like,
if you
oh
were
my
the booger
God.
girl?
Oh, if it was me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't you want one of us to tell you, hey, Steph, you got a long hanging piece of snot?
I was Booger Boy once.
That's fine.
No, it's not, because I was on stage doing a scene for a drama class. And it was like a romantic thing. Me and this girl, we were
Oh my
closer than we are sitting here.
Yeah.
And I like just
About to
breathed.
make out. She's like, ugh.
Not quite, but it was like a tense scene. And like I just like breathed out of my nose or whatever. And it just flap.
Flew up on her face.
I wish it flew up on her face.
Oh, God. It was so bad. The whole class was like, no. And I was like, no. And it was,
Wait, the whole class could see it from that far?
It was bad.
could
It made a noise. It was audible.
It made a noise.
Honestly, if it was me and I was truly embarrassed, I would have gone up and been like, hey, oh my God, why did you not tell me that I had that? And they'd be like, oh my God,
yes.
it's totally fine. I didn't care at all.
Honestly, it turned me on. I liked it. I would have flipped the joke back on her.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, sidebar. Why are your nails still black from painting them?
I tried to redo it.
Did you paint all of your fingernails?
No, I had painted a couple of them, but it came out kind of chunky. And then I went home and put a little nail polish remover into the black nail polish. I have to kind of loosen it up.
Yeah.
And then I painted it again. And then on the way here, I forgot my wallet when I was at Rayleigh's. And so on the drive back to my house, I was like nervous taking out my nail polish. But now it looks like.
So did you use Apple Pay?
I did, but you know me, I look like I'm 17 years old. They weren't going to give me the bottle of champagne unless I had an ID.
Oh, that's right. You're buying alcohol. I forgot. Okay.
So I was like, hold all of this then. I'll be right back.
And so you had to go back home, get your ID, come back and do it.
And I did it.
All to get my buzz on. Thank
For
you.
you, Stephanie. That's how much I care
Cheers.
about my guests. It just sucks that it was you instead of like a good person.
Look at how far your pinky extended.
It was.
Oh,
That's
Stephanie's. I didn't tell you this because I didn't want you to be like nervous or weirded out. But Stephanie's of the upper echelon and actually a descendant of comedy like legend.
Who? Who?
Joe DeRita, of course.
Oh, what the?
One of the Three Stooges.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this table. I'm going to flip
gonna
this
jump out this
table.
damn window.
That's honestly why I really wanted you to be on the podcast.
How do
because
you
I think
not
that's one of the
open with
coolest
this?
things about you. It's because it's not
I
cool.
used to. You know that game you'd play in school where it's like pick three? It's like, what's the lie? Two truths and a lie?
Yeah.
That would
Okay.
be mine. And they'd be like, no. I'm like, no, that's it.
But the other ones were also
like,
like
I can fly
I was
and I've
born
got 3
of-
legs. And they're like, oh, no, that can't be right.
my father is Satan.
And then they would find. So would people be able to tell which one it was?
Were
you the type of person?
They were like, oh, you're Mo. And I'm like, oh, the ugliest one things.
Wah, wah.
No, there's the fat, bald one.
The fat
Curly.
bald.
That's Joe.
Curly Joe.
Sure. Yeah. Curly Joe.
Did you watch it a lot growing up because you knew that you were a descendant?
No.
Not at all.
Oh, really?
No, not until a lot later.
Really?
What is a
Was
lot
it a
later?
family secret?
I don't know. I feel like middle school.
Okay.
But I mean, at the time,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I was over cartoons and I had found out. So
Now you move up to slapstick
yeah,
comedy.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it was like more, I don't know, acceptable for me, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you a big
like
fan of-
I enjoyed it more.
That's
older.
better. Yeah, I got you.
That makes sense. Are you a big fan of comedy?
I mean, I
She
laugh a
hates
lot.
jokes.
I laugh at everything. You'll
Really?
be surprised.
And Stephanie has an incredible. I don't want to. I hate that I'm playing you compliments, but this is what happens when you come on my show. Stephanie has an incredible like joke log in her head where she'll like store quotes, thousands and thousands of quotes just stored, and like pull them out verbatim. It's
Very
actually
snappy with it.
very impressive.
Like quotes from movies or quotes from.
mostly the
Mostly
office.
The Office.
Mostly the office.
Okay. Okay.
Most of The Office. If I can throw out an Office quote and you know it, it's an instant bond right there.
That's how we became friends.
You know,
That and Weezer.
I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I didn't watch The Office.
I know. I tried to get him to watch it
Yikes.
before.
I think we did discuss this. I almost was tempted not to come on the show because of this.
Oh, because of that?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
He told you that I didn't watch The
Yes.
Office?
I like bought Peacock just so that I can watch The Office again because Netflix screwed me.
Yeah.
So
I had to switch to the British office on Hulu.
which ain't
great.
bad. I can't.
That's
Ricky
the
Gervais.
one you watched? That's the one you watched?
I
Or you
watched the
regular
first full
Office?
season. I think the
Wow.
only season, right?
Yeah, I think it's only one, maybe 1.5 seasons, but
Yeah, I think it's like 4 episodes.
not
a
even.
half
That's how
season?
British people are weird.
I watched that, and then I saw the Steve Carell
Yeah.
Office episodes out of order.
Well, I was poor out of high school, and I could only afford to watch the British one because it was free on a site.
Uh-huh.
But in middle school, I watched all of the Offices.
First run.
Yeah, and then I was like, I can't watch them because I can't afford Netflix, so I started watching the British ones. And I was like, this one sucks compared to
Is
that
it
one.
terrible?
It is if
It's
you
different.
start watching the American one first, you're like, oh, this is funny because it's like kind of the same thing, but
Not. So you would
That was
recommend watching maybe the British version and then watching Steve
Yes.
Carell's version.
Steve Carell first, and then the British one, because it almost feels like the U.S. was first, even though the British was. But obviously, that one is just, I keep that stuff on in the background. I watch it all day long.
That's your go to sleep
like
show.
I just not even go to sleep. I'll just have it in the background. Like it's like my comfort. I need to watch it, and I never get bored of it.
What else do you watch?
Office.
The Office.
That's it. You just said the same
I don't
exact
have
thing.
anything. I
Here's what you
mean,
do.
I tried to switch to The New Girl for a little bit because I love that show, but that one, it's like you can't just have it in the background.
You have to
can't-
pay attention to that one?
Kind of. It's just
Why?
like,
What are the differences? They're
I don't
both
know.
sitcoms.
I don't know. I think it's because I know The Office so well, so I don't have to watch it.
Okay.
Like I'll be in the bathroom and my fiance will be in the other room and he's watching The Office and I'll laugh and I'll quote it in the bathroom
'Cause you
just
just
because
know
I
what's
know it
happening.
and I know
Yeah.
what episode it is and he's like laughing. He's like, "Wow, you know it so well."
Yeah, definitely. I understand that. I get that. I think the best way to watch The Office is watch all of the American Office, and then when you go back to watch the rewatch, in between season 1 episodes, pepper in the British ones, so you can see like the differences of it. Because there's only
This is a
8
crazy
British
structure
ones.
that you guys
it's
are like
very
pitching
similar. Like you're almost like, "Wow,
You
this is
no,
like
'cause
the same thing."
You'll notice that they're changing like one word out of the script because the whole first season and their season is almost exactly the same, minus 1 or 2 words, and like just noticing the differences. It's like that's a fun game to play, but you have to like have watched and like know the characters to understand like where they go from there and like how they progress and things. Because there's characters in the American Office that aren't in the British Office.
Well,
Of
the
course.
British Office only had, like you said, 1 season.
Of course,
So
yeah,
they couldn't
so-
really expand.
It's like when you read a book and there has not been like a movie out yet or anything, and you picture characters and they come out with a movie and you're like, this is not what it's supposed to be.
Definitely.
Or if a movie does come out and you're like, oh, I'm going to read that book, then you have already a vision of like what those characters are.
The only book that I read and then watched the movie and was like, this is exactly how I imagined it was The Wolf of Wall Street. I read that book before the movie came out. In fact, I didn't even know they were making a movie. And
You're like Leonardo DiCaprio, right on.
That's how
No, I didn't
Can't imagine anyone else.
Imagine Leonardo DiCaprio, but like the party scenes and like the amount of drugs that he was doing was like in the way like they talked about him being in the office, like reading it and seeing it on the screen was like, oh, I've never seen anything that is like they just like took the words off the page and were like, yeah, throw the midgets. Like they literally just did it all. It was
I
really
don't know. Like
interesting.
reading 50 Shades of Grey, like in my mind. I'm only throwing this out here because it's like what I envision.
Because it's your favorite book.
I can say any book right now, but that's the only one that's going to draw your attention. 50 Shades of Grey. I assumed they
Wherewithal.
were like describing him as this big, buff, sexy man, and then they put this scrawny little like tart in there, and I'm like, this is not what I
You were
was
so upset.
reading. And I was like, this movie. I don't even think I watched the last one because like this is not what I had envisioned.
You weren't
50
attracted to
Shades
him at
Freed?
all.
No, I did not. But like he was just not the person that I was describing. Like terrible casting.
Who
and I
would
always,
be?
Who? Oh,
Like The
honestly,
Rock?
I was thinking, what's his name from? What's that biker show? Everyone's
Sons of
thinking
Anarchy.
that. Yes,
That guy.
Charlie-
yes.
People really
Like
like
for
him.
some reason, I was like, this like is like husky. And,
He
like,
was supposed
you
to
know?
be for a while.
That's what I thought. And
Yeah.
so when I said that, I was like, oh, I could totally picture that. Because in my mind, I had pictured like a blonde haired guy. The way they described him, like this guy they picked was like not the biz. Same with like Girl on a Train. When I read it, I was picturing different characters. And then the movie came out and I was like,
Girl on a Train? Is that another like erotic type of thing?
No, it's
that's
not.
The
It's
girl
like
with
a
the dragon
thriller.
tattoo.
Oh,
right?
okay, that series.
And then the second one is the girl on the
Yeah,
train,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Gotcha.
just like, you know.
is that another erotica?
Hey, I didn't know.
Oh, I only listen and watch erotics.
There was about a 4-month phase during quarantine where I was super into reading like fantasy novels and like erotica and stuff. For whatever reason, I stumbled upon this like Twitter page of this author who like writes erotica and like uses like gifs of like porn stars and stuff to like show the stories or whatever.
help
A lot of
depict it.
Fabio type stuff or
No, Fabio wasn't involved at all. But
no, but you know those stories. It's like Fabio, like the sex
kind of it was
symbol.
It was,
Super buff guy on a horse with long hair.
Yeah.
I stopped reading because they all ended up being like, I took this weird pill and I don't know what it said, and then you get to the end of the story and it's like that pill, slut pill, or it would
my
be like,
God.
or it'd be like, me and my brother, we have a weird relationship, and then one day I took this girl pill. Now I'm a girl. Now he fucks me.
I'm
like,
sorry. What are you? What
and
is
so I had
what
to
is
stop
this
reading because
phase?
it was always like get to this like weird.
They want you to take that red pill.
It
They're
would
trying
always like
to
start
prop-
normal. It always started fine, like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then the twist. There was always a twist. The twist would always be like, I'm actually his grandma, and it's like, what the fuck? Why does it have to be like this? Why do you have to do this? And always, I told you a couple of them,
Yeah, you have told me
and
this before.
the twist was always just like, and now I'm a goat. It's like, why? Why are you?
Why is it? How come something?
What's the website? Can you send that?
Something Mischief. I can't even think of her name. Miracle Mischief or something like that.
How comes like porn or like anything erotic is going in that direction where the twist or the storyline is always something forbidden? Is
That's
it
what I'm saying.
Taboo. The
I
taboo.
don't know.
taboo? But
like
like
I hate seeing a porno where it's like, me and my like stepmom
Oh, I
That's
just
so
blocked
do a
it out.
popular
threesome
right
with
now.
my sister. I'm like, there actually are really creepy people out there that probably like would want to do that with their stepsister. Or
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
like when they push it too hard, but like,
Yeah.
yeah. If you're like, there's no way these people are related.
Well, obviously,
that's fine.
but
Yeah.
it's more so they're trying to like the reason why porns are described a certain ways to get your attention.
yeah.
I
You
don't
know what I
understand-
mean? But I'm like, who's out there like, I want to F my grandma.
I want to walk in on my mom stuck with her hand in the couch.
See, I understand. I get that fetishes exist, but I just cannot even fathom the popularity of step sibling, step parent porn.
And why is it always like that?
I
Why
don't
is
know.
someone
It's
always
all-
getting
it's
stuck under
all
the
that's
bed?
out there. It's all. It's everything's step something now.
Yes.
And don't get me started with the freaking, when they talk about underage kids. I'm like, ugh.
Fuck, dude.
What?
You know, where it's like teenage whatever. And it's
Oh.
usually some disgusting hairy guy. And you're like,
Yeah,
what
like,
the
oh, this girl turned 18 yesterday, freshly 18. Like, people are just, why?
what they
Why
sound
is
like.
that attractive? No, give me like mid-20s. That's fine. Let's play it safe. She's still good looking.
I
Right,
recently
can we
was
at least say
telling-
18 plus? Like, people are still going to be chilling.
for
like,
sure.
I'm sorry, but if you're like, it's 16 and under,
It's a disgusting selling strategy for
I
sure.
agree, and I think women are at their prettiest in their mid-30s.
honestly.
Oh, expand on that,
the
please.
MILFs.
Well, yeah, that's part of
The
it. But like,
confidence. They've been over the bullshit.
I explained to
Yeah.
somebody. I go, when you're with a woman who's like in her early to mid-30s, not only does she have her job like well done and like kind of knows what's going on,
business
but
girl.
she wishes she was still 20 and will have sex with you as if she was.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's specific. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think mid-30s is like a good...
I would say so because
Mid-30s is
I mean,
good. Sometimes
I'm
it's like
27.
after one kid.
I feel like I
sometimes
still haven't reached that like, I don't know.
your prime.
Confidence
exactly.
stage?
No, not confidence age, but more so like I still don't give a shit.
Uh-huh.
But there will be an age where I'm like, I gotta like step it up a notch. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
When you start going to like PTA meetings and shit.
Oh my god.
When you're a parent and you gotta speak for all the other moms out there,
Hey,
that's when
man.
you feel the prettiest.
But you
Check
know
it
what I
out,
mean?
bitches.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like for me, it's not my priority to like get done up and all that stuff. But there will be an age where I'm like, I need to start doing that more. Like I don't have to now, but I will eventually.
But does that necessarily mean like confidence? I mean, like you're talking about.
I want to say confidence because, for instance, like I'm in a healthy, happy relationship,
Yeah.
and I have all the confidence in the world because of him. So like I feel more confident. But if I was still like dating people and had to like dress up and get ready,
Interesting.
like I don't know.
Were you that type of girl when you were still dating around when you were single? Did you had a higher buildup of insecurities?
I would say so.
Really?
I mean, like guys just don't text you back. You're like, why? Or you like always have to like, you know, put on this like persona or whatever. But when you meet the right person, you kind of like that all goes away, and then
Yeah.
you start feeling confident for the right reasons.
What type of girl were you when you were like single and like dating? Were you the type of person that played the game and you were trying to play hard to get? You would send short texts to hopefully get the guy to like be. You would be the dominant one in that dynamic, right? How would you play this?
How conscious were you of your womanly ways?
I don't know. I mean, I was pretty like if they were feeling it, I would give the same thing back. Like I never played games. Like I would give the same energy back that they would give me. And if I was feeling like they weren't, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't harass them and be like, why don't you talk to me or text me? But I'd also, if they didn't text me back, I wouldn't sit there waiting by the phone.
Yeah.
kinda
Would you be
thing.
like, oh, that one's over with? On to
Yeah,
the
I'd be
next
like,
one.
all right, hit me up when you want. But then I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm only here and I'm there when you want me.
Yeah.
If they were like, hey, can you come in? I'm like, no, I'm busy. And then I'd find
Gotcha.
something else to do.
See, I'm like very curious, and I know we just met, so you don't know much about me, but I've always had to. I've told Alejandro a bunch of times I had to work on my personality. The fact that we're growing up in a day and age where texting is a vital source of having to court someone. That fucking sucks because you can't read body language. There's no delivery there, and there's no facial expressions. There's no you can't read the person. Sometimes
Yeah.
I wish I was born in the 50s so that like, you know, I could court a woman and she could know me at face value.
That's true.
But I don't think I'm charming at all through text.
She could know me just because I'm brown.
Yeah. in the 1950s,
Yeah.
and she'll feel bad for me
don't
because
know.
of
To add another
racism.
layer of hard to that is like the social media and like the dating apps of it is like it's the worst. Like I literally had to consult with like two of our other female colleagues at work to be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing on these apps, and they're like, all right, let me see your phone, and they had to like pretty much walk me through it and be like, nope, this photo, say this, don't say this, do this, don't say that, and like otherwise because I wasn't getting any. I've had that shit on my phone for years.
I don't know. I don't like dating apps. I think
suck.
I've
They're
been
the
on
worst.
them once, and like I met up on a date one time, and it was like chit chats here and there. But honestly, I feel like dating apps are just to build your confidence. Like half the time, when
interesting.
people are like, "Oh, I met my soulmate on there." Rare occasion.
Oh,
Most times,
for sure.
when you get like out of a relationship or you're just feeling down about yourself, you'll go on a dating app just to see who swipes with you, but you'll never meet them. You'll never see them. It's more so like a numbers game, like Instagram. The more Instagram
Maybe
likes
for
you get,
women.
the more you feel. Yeah, and well, for women probably.
women, yeah.
Men probably on there. I don't know, hookups, whatever. But
Trying to do any and all. Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I just feel like it's a confidence booster. You know, I know a lot of girls that are like, I just go on there, swipe, see who
likes
talks to me,
you.
but then we have the conversation is dead, and it's almost like, ooh, that guy liked me or whatever. So I've never been into them. And personally, I think everyone still can meet somebody organically.
Yes.
And I know COVID kind of sucks right now, so everyone's probably on those apps or whatever. But I mean, I met my fiance in an organic way and like best thing of my life.
Your dad met him and your fiance gave him a cow, right? And then they
That's
set up the wedding.
I had to take the pig to the mountain and sing to it.
Yeah. Feed it.
And then your
onions.
fiance, you talking about holes?
Yeah.
Yes.
And your fiance
See,
was
our
like,
people.
our people. Interesting. What was the organic way? Like he bumped into you at a grocery store?
My
No, you
dad
guys were in
owned
high
what?
school and you bumped in and dropped papers and then he like, oh, sorry. And he helped you pick it up. And then you guys touched hands and you're like, did you feel that? And like, no.
I can't with you.
I was hoping you'd say yes. I'd be like, that still happens?
Honestly, I just could not think of a fun
I can't
response
even
for
do that in
that.
movies anymore.
So how did you guys meet?
So my dad owns a restaurant in Walnut Creek, and I worked at Ruth Chris, which is right next to it, like just smacked right by each
Bougie.
other. And so after work, I'd go down there, drinks with the coworkers, whatever. And he was a bouncer there. And every time, and I saw him for the first time, and I was like, wow, this man is so gorgeous. But I just
This
remember,
man has to walk sideways through doors.
and I would go there and I'd be like, I can't stop staring at this guy. Like, I don't know why.
Is he a thick guy?
He's a big buff.
He's a big dude. Okay.
But
Oh, he's a bouncer. Duh.
they wouldn't hire weenies,
I worked the door at a couple bars. All right, don't be a jerk.
The fact that you've called someone a tart on this show already. You've called a majority of people, of guys, skinny guys, weenies. Interesting. I like you. Okay.
But so I asked another bouncer, I'm like, hey, what's this guy's deal? And he's like, oh, he's got a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So he was like a fantasy of mine. I would just be like, God, I just wonder what it'd be like to like be with this guy. Like he's just so perfect. I like never thought in a million years that I would ever have a chance with him. So I would get shy around him. I created this like girl crush where I'd see him. I'm like, oh, like, I don't want to talk to you. And I would just like run past him or, whatever. And I would just have little conversations with him, very, very minimal. And then, I think I was going to Greece at the time, and he was actually leaving the bar. He got a new job, and we had a 5-minute conversation, which was the longest conversation we ever had. And I was like, oh, I'm going to Greece. He's like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm going to work here. And I'm like, oh, I'll never see this guy again. But it was nice to see you all the time, with no conversation, just like,
look at you. It was
just
nice
to look at you. It was
you.
nice to
Yeah.
look at you.
God did a good job.
And a few years went by, and he slid into my DM.
Oh.
And was like, hey. And I was like, oh, hi.
See, I feel like girls never slide into guys' DMs. Do you?
I kind of shimmy.
You shimmy?
I was gonna say girls don't slide in, but they do.
They don't slide into my. I'm also into like a
I'm saying, no one
relationship.
slides if,
You don't put like Vaseline on your DM so people can slide in. You're over here like spreading salt and glass and shit.
Dude, no. Even when I
got
was
obstacles.
Every time you post a picture with Melissa, you're just putting more like thumbtacks.
Oh,
are
every
down
time I
and-
post a picture in a relationship, I get like 10 less followers.
Oh, they're like, oh,
Like, oh,
we were
I
hoping
forgot
you were
she's
on
here
engaged
then.
now.
You're here. God damn it.
well, even when I was single and I had social media and I had recently just lost weight, I thought I would probably make it easier to slide into my DMs. But I think the etiquette of society, especially at that time, was that the guys still have to do the guy thing, right? You know.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm a very, like, you make the first move. And just because, I don't know.
It puts you in a better place.
Exactly.
Huh?
Like, you make the move and I'll follow. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? I'm always down. So that's kind of where I'm at if you come to
That
me
phrase
first.
has gotten a lot of men in trouble, though.
If you move, I'll follow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the men to take charge. Like, that's how I am. Like, I know a lot of women are like, you know, I like to make the first moves. I want to do this, that, but I'm still.
I think there's a healthy balance. I've always found women very attractive who like aren't afraid to speak their mind or say what they want or do what they want. But then on the flip side, like I also respect the woman who's just like, what the fuck?
Are you in the middle of something?
The number 1 billion is calling me, guys. It's probably
It's gotta be. You gotta answer.
It's
Oh
probably
my
really
God.
important.
You have to answer.
That's scary. I
Guys.
wouldn't answer. You want to die.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
keep
It's
my
on
life.
my phone.
the number 1.
You have 7 days after listening to this.
Answer and say you're on the podcast.
You're on with Alex.
They say you have 7 days on the podcast. Our
You
numbers
did
would
that on
shoot through the
purpose.
roof. That's crazy.
But as soon as you said that, I was like, that is a good idea. That would have been good content.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't want you to die. I don't want
more
anyone
juice?
in here to die.
Sorry, guys. We're making mimosas over here because it's brunch time.
It is. It's always
on
brunch
this
time.
Thursday at 4 in the afternoon.
It's always time for brunch.
You made it,
It's too much orange juice.
in terms of scheduling you made it very hard to book you. You've known of this podcast for over a year.
Yeah.
You kept on like changing the times
And the movie.
and the
Hey,
movie.
we changed the times because someone likes to sleep in. I mean, I don't know who. But that's what I was told.
Hey, that's fucked up. I said I could make noon work.
Could you have, honestly, though, knowing what happened today,
I would be exhausted. I'll tell
and
you,
we
I would
would-
be exhausted.
we wouldn't have wanted that. We like this Christian.
Oh, well rested, Christian.
With half a bang
After
in his
half a
belly and
salad.
a little bit of whiskey.
Half a salad. I scarfed that salad down.
Did you eat all of it?
No.
Oh,
Perfect.
yikes. Was it
Exactly.
a dinner
We-
salad? It's lunchtime.
Well, it was a tiny,
breakfast salad.
tiny Caesar salad from Safeway in those plastic containers.
I was expecting you were out here like having like, I don't know, chicken Caesar or something crazy.
What makes you think that?
Well, I don't know.
crazy
You were like, I'm
assumptions for
sorry,
me.
I cannot step away from the salad. I have got to finish it.
I have to. It's so good.
Let's pause the
You did,
podcast.
honestly, I will say, you were like, go ahead and go upstairs. I got to finish the salad. And you did kind of stress on something. Even I was like, oh, wow, it must be a really, really good salad.
Very mediocre. Very
man.
mediocre. Just being a hungry boy.
I'm like,
really
wow,
cool.
his mom has made this bomb
Yeah,
ass salad.
yeah.
He's been sitting there. He's been wanting it. He was sleeping. He woke up. Like, I got this.
Oh, time for. Oh, man.
This
I know.
is the
I'll
story
have the
you
salad.
built up
This
for
is
me
what I
saying I
built
need to
up
finish
as I
my
was walking
salad.
up
I
these
also
steps.
had a similar story, maybe not to
Wow.
that extent, but I also was like, oh man, Christian's like loving this salad.
No, very mediocre. I want it, honestly.
Well, now I'm like, do we need to get you more food? Like,
No, I'm okay.
Sorry.
We have ding dongs.
I'm all banged up. I don't
And
think I need a
Twinkies.
ding dong. That'll hurt my
Twinkies?
tummy. Neither will a Twinkie suffice
lightly
my.
salted Fritos.
That's a little more enticing,
I
but
also got you Cheeto fries because we've been talking about them for about 3 weeks now.
you are going to destroy my stomach, and I will grow a double chin again after I eat all of those. Because once I start, it'll
You
never
can't
stop, dude.
That's how I am with McDonald's.
McDonald's is dangerous. I do want to say, I was so excited for you to come here that I did scarf down my salad. And after I spoke to you, shook your hand, and tried to go back to my salad, I lost my salad for a good few minutes. I couldn't find it.
What?
That's what took you so long. What the hell did I put that?
I put it like in a corner in my kitchen, and I just wasn't thinking because
You're
I was
frantic.
like, oh, I gotta say hi to
Somebody's
here.
Steph. And so I don't remember where I placed it. Came back, and I was like, I'm fucking stupid.
Looking at the
I'm
dogs,
stressing
like,
out.
Where's my salad?
Where's my salad? I'm hungry.
Where's my salad?
Where's
my
salad?
mediocre, like limp lace or limp?
Limp
I
legs.
can't even talk. Limp lettuce.
Limp
salad.
lettuce.
Stephanie's nervous too. Don't worry.
I usually talk a lot faster than I can comprehend, so I constantly say other things than I want.
Yeah, Stephanie starts sentences without knowing where they're gonna end.
I do.
I like people like
the
that, though.
office. Sometimes I just start with a sentence and I don't know where it's going to go, but I just keep going until.
See where it takes me.
And that's exactly how you are.
Yep.
I can tell. I think the velocity in which you speak Yeah. So far in this episode, you'll be able to listen back to it when this comes out.
No, thank you.
We'll slow it down half the speed.
Do you not like the sound of your voice or the way that you speak?
Who does? I hate it.
There's some people.
I don't.
James Earl Jones, I'm sure, loves his voice.
I bet you he doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, but he knows that other people do, so he continues to do his job. Also, happy birthday, James Earl Jones. It was last week.
Oh, happy belated,
birthday.
my friend.
Yeah.
What don't you like about your voice?
I don't know.
Break it down. Is it the pitch? Is it the volume? Is it the frequency?
I
You know
think
what I
it's
don't
a
like
little bit
about your
of both.
voice?
It's like
It's how
I feel like
often you
it's
use it.
low and high at the same time.
So it cancels out and it's a medium voice.
It's just
So it's no
kinda
voice, you're a
eh.
mute.
What does that
I don't
mean?
know. It just when I hear it, it just sounds so cold, but like I don't know.
We are our worst self-critics. I've never heard someone describe their voice in such a way.
It's very rare I hear myself on film
Okay.
or camera. Like, and if it is, it's mute. Like, you know, people talk on their Instagram and they do that. Like, I never do that.
You don't do that?
Hell no.
You don't do like the Instagram live, be like out here in Cabo.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm just checking in right now
What about
to say
that?
hi.
Hang on, but you do kind of.
Do I?
Yeah, like when you posted that gym, the like Flintstones gym.
Was I talking in it though?
No, you okay?
There was some
weren't
like I
talking.
did some laughs, and I hate my laughs sometimes because it's never the same. I have like 90 different laughs. I have no idea which one's gonna come out. It just does.
Are you schizophrenic?
I don't know.
Is
there a test?
That's scary. I don't know.
The test is how many laughs do you have?
And how many voices do you hear in your head?
It should be one.
You should be.
None in my head, but the laughs. Like
It's
I
just
just don't know the
completely silent.
pitch. I don't know like the chuckle, the anything.
Christian says I laugh like an evil villain.
He
Do you?
does. When it's a very funny joke or something fucked up that makes him laugh, he has an evil villain laugh.
Like
when
that?
no, that's just the tip of the iceberg, girl. When you hear it in full effect, I'm surprised that you haven't heard it yet.
She
Probably
doesn't
because
make me
you.
laugh.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh.
He goes in the other room.
And then like I
Like belts
close
it.
my office door and just start laughing.
You're
my
holding
ass
your
off.
laugh in.
Damn it! I almost let her hear it.
I will say, based off of your social media presence, you do seem like the most confident person. If someone could eat a bowl of cereal in between their legs with such little cloth on their body, then good for you. You're living a good life.
Honestly, people always say that they're like, I would have never expected you to be who you are based off your social media. Like, you're so intimidating on social media. But then I meet you and I'm like, the
You're a
fuck?
nerd.
Yeah, they're like, you're not who I thought you were.
I feel way more comfortable now that I've met you and had conversation with you. But based off of your social media, I was just like, okay, this girl knows good angles, good lighting that I will never be able to.
You're right.
Use
It
on
was
myself.
just the angles and lighting.
It is. I'm an angler. Seriously, I will tell you. Like,
You're
the
an
right
angler?
angle.
Angler?
I'm serious.
What, like tuna? What are you doing? Like why? What are you doing? The swordfish?
I'm just saying, okay, well, the fitness pictures, like, anybody can make their body look bigger or smaller depending on the angle.
Teach me
It's
your
all an
ways.
illusion.
She
Really?
does-
It is a very big illusion.
She is good at the fitness like pictures. I have taken some of her advice.
Let's tell the baddies. The baddies, Steff here at the studio, she is a fitness connoisseur and model. Is that safe to say?
In my own
cereal
mind.
connoisseur.
More of a food connoisseur.
Food connoisseur. Okay, what is it? Because you, as a model, you are also like very strong. Like they're like I see like a bunch of different good-looking
Emotionally,
models.
physically, mentally.
They're like, you know, some girls are just they have like good bodies and you know, they just look great and healthy. But like you look like you could crush my head with your thighs
I wish.
to a pulp. You wish you
Not to hurt you, but like, damn, that'd be some strength.
That is you really don't think that you could do that?
No, I did have a goal. I was like, I want to crush a baby watermelon. Like a certain goal.
How'd that go?
I'm glad you
I
said
haven't
watermelon.
done it yet. I haven't
You're
done
still
it
working
yet.
on it.
I'm still working on it.
You gotta
Yes.
get one of those machines, the like spring, you know, like the hand cruncher, but
The very
like for
awkward
the
machine
knees.
at the gym.
Yes, yes.
I wouldn't say
The one that only
model.
the
I do it
sluts
for
do.
fun, but the fitness, I like to work out. But
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you don't post a picture, it never happened. Am I right?
I say that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I should post more pictures because every single morning when I wake up, when I haven't had any food in me and I'm not bloated, I'm like, damn, I got some lines on this body. But then I eat a fucking peanut,
Yeah.
and it's the weight
I
just
feel
comes
it.
back.
Don't eat peanuts then.
Yes, I
feel
Did you ever
should.
think about that? Maybe cut out the
If
peanuts.
it's the peanuts, you might have a nut allergy.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, maybe your body's just inflamed from the peanuts.
Oh, it's not bloating. It's not fat. It's
Hey,
an allergy.
you should post it. Like everyone always says, like, oh, Instagram is like it's so fake. People only post. I'm like, do you really want to see me in the morning? Because I don't. Like, of course, I'm gonna post a good looking photo.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I have X's
do you
on
want to
there.
see me going pee in the morning on my story? No.
Some people do, but that's
Like,
for
why
OnlyFans.
wouldn't you post something that looks good?
Yeah.
Personally, I love social media. I think it's like a great way for shopping now, marketing and connecting with people. Like there are people I go in there, I'm like, oh my God, this person's engaged. They start a new job. Like I'm genuinely happy for people.
Nice.
I don't want to see your bad shit. I'm just like, you probably don't want to see mine. But if you hate social media and you're knocking it for people posting like only fake stuff, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of fake Photoshop out there. Sure. But why is it affecting you that much to talk shit about it? I love posting stories because I'm the one that goes back on my story. I'm like, damn. I had a good day.
For sure.
I don't care about anybody looking at it. I'm like,
my
life is great.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I recently switched a lot of my posting to of like, I just want to remember these moments. So not so much of like, I want people to see what I'm doing. It's more of like, I want to remember this moment where I'm at.
It's a virtual scrapbook. I know
That's the
scrapbooking at
best way
home
to
and
do
putting it
it,
on my
yeah.
coffee table. Like to me, it's just always there.
Yeah, the scrapbook way I think is a good way to do it. Which
I love scrapbooking. Like those cute little stickers you see. I'm like, God.
That's you.
Which reminds
wish.
me, we are all reaching our 10-year high school reunion.
Yeah,
Something
because
like
you're born in
that.
'93 as well.
We had written letters to ourselves because we were in the same English class senior year. We wrote letters to ourselves that we weren't supposed to open for 10 years.
I think I got it and I opened it for
Did you
sure.
open it already?
Preemptively?
I thought you were supposed to open it when you turn 18, right?
Oh, ours was in our senior scrapbook. That's why I'm bringing it up now. And like, I know we should read them on air.
I would
I'm
like
surprised.
Do you know where yours is? I know where mine is.
to. Yeah, I think I do.
I'm surprised teachers saved mine for 18. You know what I mean? Like saved it and sent it.
Oh, see, that's crazy. Our teachers didn't. Our teachers was like, you guys hang on to
You
this.
hold on to
Oh no, we had so where ours
What a great teacher.
was sent. Yeah, so I got mine, and I remember we
school.
just opened my brother's the other, he's 21 now, but when we did open it, he had sent himself like $4.
Oh, I think I put money in mine too. I honestly think I put money in mine too.
How much do you think you put?
I think I had intended to put $20
You were like,
in.
I need this 20, so I'll put 5.
But I was going to buy weed that week instead. So I put like $1 instead. I was like, I'll get the joke.
Yeah.
So I put like just $1 in
Wow,
instead.
high school Alex was cheap.
High school Alex also
still
like
cheap.
understands the joke. Alejandro always got the joke.
I don't think I put money in there. I think I've only put a letter of sentimental value.
I
did
did
like
put
a lock
pictures
of your
of my
hair.
friends and I.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't think
I
about
had a Polaroid
that.
camera, and so I took pictures of my friends and I put those in there.
Cool. I think you did it right. I think you did it better
so,
than
too.
both
It's like
Okay,
a
fine,
time
you'll win then,
capsule,
Steff.
always.
To get back to the social media thing, I thought that was like a good topic. I kind of want to laser in on that a little bit more. I like your perspective on it because a lot of people will view it as, okay, what someone posts isn't necessarily definitive of their life because they're posting what they think other people want to see, right? Like these are my happiest moments. But you're right. It's like a scrapbook. You should post your happiest moments.
Exactly. But also, like, I post my day. I mean, I'm not sitting there like, this has to be perfect and for the viewers. I mean,
It's for yourself.
exactly. I'm like, I'm just a very, I don't know, visual person. So like I take a lot of time when I put the words, certain areas, like I look at it, I'm like, that doesn't look good. I'll move it. That's just me
Oh, I
personally.
see.
That's who
Okay.
I am. I'm not doing it for you guys. I'm doing it because when I look at it, I want to know that this looks good.
It's for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you have, yeah.
I feel like I have a good eye.
That's
yeah.
good.
for
You're
me.
confident with it.
You know? And then my worst thing about social media is when people are like, oh my God, they post so happy on social media relationships. And they're like, that must not be that great. It's like, no, my relationship is great. And I'm posting it because I want to. I'm not trying to.
Because fuck you.
I'm not like, we fought yesterday, so I'm going to post a happy photo so people don't know. Like, the fuck?
That's
No.
weird, 'cause,
I
yeah.
hate when people do that. They're like, oh, you never know their life. They could be like really miserable. It's like,
But also, why pry?
that's what I'm like.
Why
yeah.
pri-
That's
but-
I don't know why it bothers people so much. Like if you're the person making those comments, I'm almost like, I don't know. Are you the unhappy one? Like you're just
You're
just
looking
kind of
for other people to be
you're just
unhappy.
like let this person post what they want, be happy. You know, don't you don't even need to comment. Just move along. You don't need to say like, wow, you shouldn't post that, or you're not being truthful. It's like,
Well, that's like
stop,
cyberbullying,
unfollow
right?
me. Yeah, it's almost you're right.
It's cyberbullying.
Instead of making fun of them, you're like bashing them for
Being happy.
being happy.
Well,
exactly.
people who tend to bash and judge others have insecurities that they want to blanket. If they feel that someone else is unhappier than they are, then they feel superior, right?
I do think that. Yes.
Now, let's talk about the other end of the spectrum, like Facebook. Does it piss you guys off when there's those vague posts where it says,
Don't talk to me right now.
Yeah, fine then. Like, didn't even fucking care.
I
Thoughts and
literally
prayers.
had this conversation with my fiance the other day, or like when someone
was posting
posts
sad stuff?
something that like is sad to them, or they're like, "Today was a really terrible day," like da da da, and they're like, "Oh my god, what happened?" They're like, "I don't want to talk about it. It's actually really rude that you're asking me." It's like, then why would you post it if you didn't want someone to ask about it?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, some people want attention.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of people asking me all day. Well, then you shouldn't have posted. Feel free to ask me.
You know what it is?
Pretty much.
It's analogous to when I was a kid and I was upset, but I wanted to seem strong and like a little mysterious. I'd like barge into a room, not talk, and just like be, I don't know, just
Oh my
like don't
God,
fucking
what's wrong
talk to
with
me.
him?
Knowing that someone would ask, what's wrong with Christian?
You're
He's
like the
usually
kind of
happy.
person that would fake your own death just to see who shows up, right?
Holy fuck. No, not any. No,
That's
not at all.
That's me. That's me. I'm the narcissist like that. I would do that just to be like, and you didn't show up to my funeral.
Like you probably can't wait for the day that you're floating
I die.
over your own coffin. Not necessarily that.
I can't wait till the day I die, actually.
You can't.
I think it'll be awesome.
What?
What?
I'm going to take this Lamborghini. I'm going to fly off the Golden Gate Bridge into a hail of bullets. And,
As a ghost
oh.
or a spirit? Or, oh,
This
that's
is
how you
That's
want
how
to
I'm gonna
die.
die, yeah.
Oh, I want to die having sex.
Whoa.
Like having a crazy orgasm. We both die at the same time. Like very notebook stuff, but sexual.
What the fuck? You are the first person that I've ever
How
heard
would
say
that not be the best way to
No,
die?
that's a great way. People want to die in their sleep because it's peaceful.
Exactly.
But go out orgasmic.
With the-
That's how
Bang.
Matthew McConaughey's dad died.
Really?
Yeah. He
Good
died,
for him.
he died having sex.
That'd be amazing. I mean, it would
Hey,
be
you go out
really
doing the thing you love.
traumatizing for my husband at the time.
But he's going too,
But
apparently.
if he
Both of you
goes
guys
to
die.
like a very notebook type of way, but erotic. Wow, what
Like
a good
Hitler
movie.
and Ava Braun.
That should be a good movie.
Yeah.
It's completely the notebook, but at the very end, it's a sex scene.
That's the Hitler and Ava Braun story.
He what? No,
Yeah.
Hitler
a lot of
killed
Hitler?
himself. He didn't
Oh.
have sex and die.
Maybe he masturbated before.
Pretty sure they killed themselves in the middle of sex.
Is that? Wow.
I don't want to believe
don't know
that.
what
That
pornos
sounds
you're
like an Alejandro
watching.
fact. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that fact, go around to like parties
people.
and be like, you know how Hitler died?
If
Actually,
you are in high school and you're studying World War II, stand up right now and tell your history teacher, you say, Hitler died mid-sex with Ava Braun. That's a
I
fact.
don't know we're hiding the truth.
That's a fact. And if the teachers fight you, that's just because the teachers are part of the sheeple and they don't want the truth out there. Stand for the truth. Birds aren't real.
Oh my God.
Hitler didn't shoot himself. He just shot a load.
I'm going
died
to bring a
mid-load.
bird into this house and I'm going to make you dissect it and you tell me if it's not real.
Fake bird. Fake meat. Just like turkeys on Thanksgiving. Synthetically grown meat for the humans of America.
The only bird that you could bring into this house is chicken in the form of a sandwich, like
And
you said
even
at the
that
beginning of the
is
episode.
What if I brought like a
synthetic meat.
parakeet in?
A pair of
Meat
what?
And a parakeet.
How many keats are there? Get it? How many keats?
Two pairs.
Thank you.
Pair of keep.
And then we, just watched it and observed it and realized if it was real or not.
I don't think I'm interested
I
enough.
don't want to bring a drone into my house for the government to spy on me like that because
It's like the fake trees. They got fake birds.
Is there a conspiracy that trees are fake?
There,
Well,
there
they have
are
the
fake
they
trees.
have
The ones that have
the-
like the 4G and the like
Yeah.
the phone towers. They hide. They
Haven't
fake.
you seen, what is
No.
it,
There's one
Daddy's
on
Home
Springs
2?
Road.
Wait, what?
Did you watch Daddy's Home 2?
No, with Mel Gibson? No.
Yes. Well, they cut down a Christmas tree, but it ends up being that, and they pay
spoilers.
like $30,000. Spoiler alert.
But the purpose behind it, what did you say was inside of these fake trees?
It's
telephone
it's
pole.
like a cell phone.
It's a cell phone pole. Okay,
But
but
they
it's
paint
not.
it. But they paint it green and make it look like a tree, so that when you're driving by, you just think it's a tree.
Yeah, it doesn't look
I don't know
stupid.
why. It
Like the
does.
bird drones.
But I'm like,
it does look stupid.
it does.
We'll have to. There's one on Springs Road, and I'll take you down it because
Field trip?
Field trip.
it looks dumb as fuck.
Hey.
It looks dumb as fuck.
Okay, all right.
It is
I
kind
mean,
of dumb. I'm like, what are you hiding? Like, why would I care
They're
if it was
way
a
more
metal
common
pole?
in LA.
but I'm not gonna be as interesting as this is. I don't think I'm gonna be so offended by a fake tree and be like, chop this down. It's spying on
People
me.
might be offended by a fake bird, though.
That's why that guy blew up the AT&T place in Nashville on Christmas. Because he was afraid of 5G. That's a fact.
Get
That's a real
over
thing.
yourself.
That's a real thing.
That he should only have a 4G and call
Yeah.
it a day.
Own a Razor. You want to
Yeah.
have a shitty phone? You want a shitty service?
I
Do
can't.
you, boo?
I can't wait for 6G.
Dude,
Well, I wonder what that's gonna be like.
Oh man, that's gonna be like we're just gonna think it, and then Google like send us a telegram or something. Boom. Your dad's a bitch, and you're like, fuck.
you know, I was just watching. Have you seen the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
No.
So in this movie, it's like it takes place in the near future, and Joaquin Phoenix basically orders
A girlfriend.
not
Mail
a
order
girlfriend.
bride.
So it's what Siri is to us. It's like a
Operating system.
an operating system, exactly, an OS. But
Like
this,
Plankton's girlfriend or wife.
yes, but so technologically advanced
Karen.
that it has the ability to learn and to be so human-like, and you could guess like this operating system just wants more and more, and like he romantically falls in love with this operating
These
system.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, when that fucking blows my mind, and I don't think society's headed in that direction, but I think too many episodes of Black Mirror exist for
Yeah.
us to let that happen, right?
No,
Well,
they're
there's-
purposely trying to put it out there so we
It's already
don't
happening,
think
guys.
it's coming, but it is coming. They're like, oh, we'll subliminally message you.
People in Japan are already marrying holograms and robots and cartoons and shit. It's already happening. Guys.
It's a thing.
This is
If
why
you could marry one inanimate object, what would it be?
A stool,
a fleshlight.
Stool, you
You're
perv.
fucking
It would be a
You're
fleshlight.
right.
a fleshlight,
Yes.
molded
Really?
after.
At least so I could still fuck it.
Yeah, who would it be molded after?
Are you familiar with the actress Chrissy Lynn?
No, the porn star.
She is.
I don't like your taste in porn stars.
I
man.
know that's,
She
but you don't like my
sounds Asian.
taste. You don't like
Yeah.
my taste in women. Period.
Yeah, which is fine. We talked about this before.
He's told me every girlfriend I've had looks like a dog.
No, that's terrible. You've had attractive girlfriends for
you.
sure,
Yeah, I
but they're
know.
not the types of girls that
Not
I would
great
approach.
ones.
Oh. Stephanie has her own opinions on my exes.
I like that you're very opinionated.
I am. I did tell him I just recently thought of an ex, and we went through that whole story.
Oh man.
Of one of his exes.
She like brought up a story that like I had like repressed so deep and forgotten in my mind. When she brought it up at first, I was like, "What are you even talking about, Saddle Rack?" She was like, "Saddle Rack, you know," and I was like,
Saddle
"Oh, you
Rack?
mean like me in Saddle Rack?" She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "Wow, man!" Like you literally like unlocked a piece of my brain
He
that
was
like
so distraught. I felt so bad because we're at work, and I was like, "Wow, I thought we were like, it's been so long. I thought you were over that." And he was like, went in the bathroom and cried almost. He's like, "I just can't stop thinking about how traumatizing it was." And I was like, "Wow, I
really
didn't mean to
couldn't stop
unlock
thinking
it,
about it,
but
yeah.
like get over it because it was worth it. It
was
wasn't
a
that
long
great.
time, yeah.
I'm glad it happened."
yes, I agreed.
But
all those
Alejandro,
things,
you're an overthinker. So even if you're past something, the way I think your brain works, you do have some things locked away.
but if it comes back up, there's no stopping it.
You can't control it.
I did feel bad,
No, you shouldn't have felt bad.
but then I tried really
I know.
hard to like make him feel better about it,
What'd you do?
She called me ugly and said I smell like shit.
and that's why. No,
And it worked.
I said, it's a better thing. She moved on, did the same thing. Like, you're
no.
better off without her.
You said she cheated on her next boyfriend.
Yeah, so you shouldn't feel
That
bad.
didn't make me feel
it's not
any
personal.
better.
She's just a cheater,
Actually, that would help me.
right?
That would help me get
like
over a
it's
breakup.
not you, it's her.
That's a better phrasing. Then,
Damn.
well, hey, you shouldn't feel bad because she cheated on that dude too.
I think you give good
Good, that makes me
relationship
feel-
advice.
I think I do too.
I think if I were to ever go through a breakup, would you want to be, and don't take this the wrong way, but I'll say it this way, my girlfriend type
yeah,
of girlfriend?
absolutely. I really did want to be a
think it's just
psychiatrist when I was
yeah.
older. When
wanted
I
to
was
be a-
older.
when you
As a
grow up,
career, when I grow up, I want to be. I don't know. I just feel like I'm so open. So like, I'm willing to like tap into people's feelings and really kind of tell them
You're
based off
empathetic.
of like how I feel and all that. I just think I give really good advice to people, whether they take it or not, because I know how 99.9% of the time people don't take advice they get until they're ready to accept it. So I'm like, hey, this is what it is. At your own pace, just realize it.
Are you that way? Can you take, as much as you can be good at giving advice, how do you take advice?
Honestly, it's taken me a while to really like to go from heart to brain, if that makes sense. Like I usually think with my heart instead of my brain. So it's taken me a long time to realize that. But for me, as long as I'm conscious of like what's going on in relationships, like if I'm being treated like shit or something's happening and I know it's over for me, but I just can't walk away yet, as soon as I'm like ready and I know I can mentally for myself, then I will, and it's no problem. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, like, like I need to be out of this relationship, but I'm not in a stable point in my life where I can walk away. So I'm just going to be here for a little bit longer until I'm done. And then when
Gotcha.
you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
So as long as you
Oh,
know
interesting.
that something's that at least you're like, you acknowledge the fact that you're either in a bad relationship or you're not happy, but you're physically or mentally not ready to let go, that's fine. But just know that it is there. And when you're ready, let it go.
It starts there.
Yeah.
Being
so
aware of
when
it.
I tell people advice, I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. This is how you're feeling. Just keep it in your back pocket. Soon enough, you'll understand, you'll realize, and then it'll be a breeze.
Gotcha.
That's just how I always take it.
Have you always been that type of like girlfriend to girls that like in high school that you would actually always give them relationship advice?
I just like to help and like talk to people. So I'm always there for people, whether they want me to be or not. Like a lot of my friends are like, I don't talk to you about my relationships because all you do is like
Try to fix it.
judge or like, give your opinion. And now I try to be the person that listens, but I'm like, hey, I wouldn't be a good friend to you and I wouldn't feel good walking away from this conversation if I didn't try to tell you like my opinion.
Sure.
So whether you take it or not, I'm not going to judge you. I'm here for you, whatever. So if you're still with this guy that treats you like shit, just letting you know, I know he is, and I'm telling you that it's not good, but I won't disrespect your relationship. So
Especially since relationships are so complex. Advice from someone outside of the relationship can be very helpful, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to
Exactly.
really make that decision.
I always say, I'm like, if you're not ready to walk away, then don't, because you might find yourself back there.
Sure.
But until you're ready to be like, I'm completely done, then that's the only time I think you actually can, because that's when you can move on. But if you're sitting there and you're dating someone else, but you're thinking about that person, then maybe it wasn't time for you to walk away yet. Just kind of depends on how your timeline works.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of boyfriends growing up?
I mean, I feel like I was always in longer relationships for like I always like to have somebody. So I was just like in a relationship to a next, but they were long periods of time.
Gotcha.
So I never was like the dating around type. I would just get straight into a relationship.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I'm very loyal. So I would stay with the relationship for a while, even if I was being mistreated or wasn't happy in the relationship, because I knew mentally or like I couldn't walk away yet. And then when I could, it was just easy.
Gotcha.
What do you think changed for you to be able to mentally walk away from somebody like that? Was it an action? Was it you growing? Was it something they did?
I think it was me growing. Like there was just a point where one of my boyfriends, it was a long period of time. And it wasn't until things got really good. Like we had always fought and it was almost like keeping it alive. And then as soon as like things were not a problem and we hadn't fought for like 2 months, I was like, wow, I'm actually not into this anymore. And that's what kind of made me like walk away, which is good. Because,
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I was ready to, and I never looked back. It was just kind of like I'm over you type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like once you're really over someone, you don't find them attractive anymore. You don't really like want, anything to do with them.
Isn't it so
Very
interesting how
interesting. Very
attraction
interesting.
works?
I thought it was like so different for men and women, because like girls, they're always hot. Like you're telling me if you didn't see your ex-girlfriend, you were like, damn, she looks good. You know what I mean?
So I
But
was
girls
just
always are
gonna say-
disgusted by men. Like I look at my exes and I'm like, ew, I want nothing to do with you. Please don't touch me. But I feel like if I was a dude and I saw a hot chick, like every girl can look hot and beautiful. It's
sure.
rare that you aren't attracted to a woman. But I would just, I don't know. I'd be like, damn.
No,
they're
I think
looking
it
good.
depends.
You know?
I think it really depends, and it might just be the type of person that I am. I grew up like a huge romantic, and as some of the hottest women I won't find attractive because of things that I know that they've done, how they are as a person, and I'm like, I want nothing to do with you. I'm the type of person already who
don't
doesn't
care
like a
about
girl
your
that
past.
wants all of the attention. Like I've had crushes on girls in high school, and the moment I've noticed that other guys have crushes on her as
Yeah.
well and they're trying to flirt with her, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I don't want to make it a competition. I
Yeah.
see that she's enjoying this attention,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I don't find that attractive at all.
I mean, you could be the most beautiful girl in the room, but if you have a bad personality, like it immediately drops you. I'd
Yeah.
be like, she's great, but like I can't stand being around her. Like I'll even say that. I'm like, no, she's hot, but she sucks.
But here, the thing about guys is that you could be ugly as fuck.
But
if
a
you
great
have a bomb
personality. Oh,
personality.
solid.
How do you? Is that what you think, or does a guy have to
don't
pass
know.
a threshold of physical attractiveness?
No, I mean, initially there always has to be an attraction.
Yeah,
There has to be. I personally think that there has to be a sexual attraction. I think
like
sexual.
you can't build that sexual attraction.
I don't know. I mean, there has to be some type of want or like lust to it. Like, so even if maybe right off the bat, I'm like, oh, you're not attractive, but like we're hitting it off, like we're getting along and you're making me laugh, or there's certain qualities that I like in you, then yeah, attraction can build.
Okay.
But big builder as you go, kind of like, I didn't find you that attractive at first, but now I don't look at any guy compared to you type of thing. So I think for women, that's much more real than it is for men. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because men, I will say, objectively compared to women, are more grotesque. Don't take care of themselves nearly as much.
I mean, seriously though, I'm like, how many girls do guys follow on Instagram with big butts and like big tits, like, and they're just like, this is a hot chick, I'm gonna follow her. I don't follow anybody on social media where I'm like, damn, that 6-pack abs, I gotta get me some of that. You know what I mean? Like, girls don't follow men. It's just, we really don't.
No,
I
unless maybe
don't
they're
get
funny.
my kicks off of like scrolling and seeing a hot guy. Whereas I know that if I go on any man's Instagram, I can scroll for about like 10 seconds and it's just like tits, ass, boobs, blah, 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 fitness page, this, that. And so that's where I think girls and guys are different.
Okay, give advice to the male.
Alex? Why are you laughing?
Well, what do you have to say? You're like giggling over here because did she hit on
Let me
something?
scroll through your phone. Let's prove this.
I've been told, I have no fear. I've been told though that my Instagram feed is the most straight white male man because it's all
Mailman?
cars, guns, tits, and then I also have like my artsy side, like my movies, and then like the contemporary art that I like.
Let's scroll through your phones. Let's see what we find.
Oh god!
All right, I'm gonna look at Alejandro's followers or like who he's following.
Oh no!
Yes.
I'm gonna look at.
I know a bunch of people he's following. All right. I'm going to refresh.
Oh god!
Let's
a lot of
see.
sports too. Okay. I will say I have a lot of
Let's
sports.
go down the first 10 and see what we see.
Okay.
Okay. Sports. A headband.
Well, advertisements don't count.
Okay, fine. All right. That's sponsored. Let's see.
It's a lot of sponsored.
Politics.
Okay.
Okay.
See,
some beautiful quote about your mom.
Really? Mm-hmm. About my mom?
No.
Oh, just moms in general. I
I'll
don't
read
know why
it.
I thought
Somewhere someone is silently loving you. Probably just your mom, but still. More politics. A cat meme. Something about vaccination.
See, guys, I'm a well-rounded gentleman. I don't know why I don't.
This
have
is kind of
girlfriend.
digging around your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
Just on the surface level.
A little
Some
bit
art.
deeper.
There's some pulp cover beauties.
Pulp Cover Beauties is actually one of my favorite pages that I follow.
More cars, a dog. All right.
Okay, let's not just laser in on Alex. I want to laser in on you a little bit.
Me?
Oh,
yes.
No. Wait, let me get to Alex's followers. That's where the good.
I'm going to look at your page real quick. And I'm going to
Wait,
scroll
you're not
down.
following me?
No, I'm not.
I don't remember getting a friend request.
Girl, you ain't following me either. So we could play this. We live in a time of equality. The girl could follow the guy first. Now, let me continue. Here,
I'm like reading your messages, my bad. Here.
you are in the checkered onesie pajamas for Christmas.
Great
okay?
photo.
And it says Feliz Navidad.
I'm a good meme.
I
Serena,
see
okay?
with
You
a
have good
Christmas
captions.
tree.
I have great
have
captions.
solid
Anyone
captions.
that wants to follow me for just,
Caps.
entertainment on captions.
Okay, and here's the
Quality.
picture that
This is clearly your favorite photo. I think I feel like I know what it is.
colored Polaroids. I see a lot of cereal and a whole lot of like, torso and down. A lot of inner thigh. I'll tell you that.
That's it. It's not. I'll tell you the inappropriate parts of a woman's body.
Okay, what are they?
It's the crack and the nipples. If those are covered, you're solid.
Everything else is fine.
Exactly.
Gotcha. And
Is my take on what women think. You never
No.
see a butt crack, but you see a thong. You never see nipples, but you always see like
Areola.
boob. Exactly. Boob or
Yeah.
side boob.
I had a stripper once tell me, she goes, "Hey, these are the off limits area, right here, and the crack," and we're all like, "Okay, those are the off limits area." So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
now, can I ask you?
I don't know why I brought that up.
Yeah, dude.
Where was this stripper from? You're blushing.
Steff, was this bowl of cereal warm
Yeah.
at the end of the shoot after getting warmth from your inner thighs?
You know what? We did. So we used cold almond milk, but then we heated it up with warm milk. So it was like,
Why?
What?
Why?
What?
or not warm
Wait.
milk. I'm sorry, warm water. So because we wanted more, because obviously I'm pouring constantly. We took a lot of takes, but I didn't want to be cold. So we did mix warm water with the milk.
Movie magic.
Exactly.
Call that movie magic.
But there
magic
was real
behind the
almond
camera.
milk used and real cereal.
Okay.
I did eat some too, and I was like, why am I eating this?
It's a huge bowl of cereal.
It was.
Okay. All right.
Christian, I thought we were looking at Instagram, not your saved photos.
That's fucked up, dude. It's Instagram. I had to load it.
I mean, you are very fixated on the cereal.
It's no. I mean, okay. It's great
There's that evil laugh.
exactly. Like it's great. You take great pictures, great lighting, great angles. But when I was looking at your profile, that's the one I looked at a lot because I thought it was such an
that one
interesting
was-
combination.
was
That's
his
so
favorite.
funny
That's my favorite
because
too.
one of my like really great friends, his name's Charlie. I've known him for like 10 plus years now. He takes my photos, and every single time, you know, I'm like, let's do something different. I don't want to be just another like half naked girl on your Instagram feed because everyone takes the same type of photos with him. And he's always
Great
like, let's get
photographer, by the way.
creative. I want to get creative because every girl comes. I'm like, I want this photo. I want that. And he's like, all right, cool. Let's do something different. So that's why I always come up with these crazy ideas. And
What
this
if
one,
I just covered myself in
this one in
horse shit?
particular, people are like, I just don't understand why this is a shoot. I'm like, how it's so cute. Like
The cereal was your idea?
It was my idea. I thought
I
it
knew
was
immediately
fun.
that was your idea. I
I
was like,
was.
there's no way. Unless somebody was like, Stephanie, I have this idea for cereal. You're like, stop right there.
I got it.
I'm in.
I have
Yes.
so many where I'm like, let's do one of me baking. Let's do one of me eating donuts.
You'd be
But
really good for a Carl's Jr. commercial
that would be awesome.
The Carl's Jr. from 2006.
from
Right?
2006.
They're not allowed to do those commercials anymore.
Yeah, they
are
don't do.
can't?
That's how Paris Hilton got famous.
No, wasn't.
Oh yeah,
Really? What year was that?
1986.
86.
I don't think she was born yet.
Yeah,
Dude.
maybe not.
Alejandro has this thing where he doesn't like to mix boobs and food.
No,
Really?
Yes. It
Really?
seems that
you're telling me you would not eat food off of boobs.
no. I went to a strip club once and they served steak. It was everyone was talking about how good the food was at the strip club.
Usually, food at strip club is really good.
That's
No,
what I hear.
and this one like
They bring in good vendors.
this one was like we do steak really good. And so I was like, oh, okay. So we
You're
ordered
like,
a
I
steak.
used to work at Ruth Chris. Okay.
It
know good
wasn't
steak.
quite that good. It was a little bit like a hair over Applebee's.
A hair over Applebee's because there's hair in
Because there's hair in
Applebee's.
Applebee's. That's right. So it's Applebee's steak without the hair. So we get our food and we walk over to the stage and we sit down and, you know.
Why would you eat at the stage? The most
Well,
dirtiest place ever.
I don't know.
Eat separately from the strip club.
We thought that's where you would eat, but then
my
we
God.
realized as this woman's shaking her
You're getting
her meat
hair, feces,
in our
and
meat.
skin on you.
we're
Yeah,
looking around, we
eat at the
realized why
bar.
nobody's not eating at the. But they had a space on the stage for you to
She's
put
like, you
your
want a little
food."
extra dressing?
This-
What?
Damn, girl. What dressing? I don't think strippers strip
Shit on
that
my- I don't
hard.
think
I mean,
Strippers are
is it a
shitting on
titty
my
bar or a
steak.
stripper? Because strippers can be
was-
full
it was
nude,
a-
right? Titty
yeah.
bars are just straight
Just
That's
titties.
right.
Tits.
That's why we have titty bars in California, strip clubs.
But
in
I don't
Seattle.
think. I'm sorry.
I
I
think
know.
strip clubs are gross. Like, I'm sorry, I would not want to sit anywhere. I
I
even
saw her
think,
go to a popsicle show once.
what the hell is that?
Wait, what do you, she eats?
She
the
eats a popsicle with her
Oh
vagina?
no! She puts. Okay,
her
yeah, I think
butt?
so.
Oh, you had her at the first time.
Cold.
Well, doesn't it melt?
Vagina.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Right? How does it work?
Look clean.
So
And then she throws the stick, and whoever catches it gets the free meal.
Oh my god, you're like groupies. I got what is that? Guitar pick.
I'm not a girl or anything, but I must ask. You were talking about the whole dressing at a full on strip club.
Yes.
But I don't think girls could just walk around and like liquid flies out.
Huh?
I mean, no, I guess
Or
not.
right?
What?
You can't just walk because that's what she was saying. If
Squirting.
it's,
I mean, if they're at a strip club, they can blow bubbles and stuff. I mean, women can do.
I think that's
amazing
magic. You do magic, right? You don't understand.
things. Don't bring up my magic because you poo poo it every time I do it. So
It's awful. I always find the tricks.
that's not the point of magic. Magic is fake. We all know it's fake.
I don't know. One time this guy, oh God, I went to Tahoe and I swear it was real. He put a message in an apple and like cut it open and there it was. I can't.
wait, he
Sorry.
cut the
like
apple.
a guest had a piece of paper and wrote something on it. I don't know how he got it, whatever. Cut the apple and it was in there. It's just
Same handwriting, same everything.
I just didn't understand
See,
it.
but are you the type of person that likes to pry and find out?
Yes, she's the
Honestly-
grab your hand and look inside. Kind
No,
of
Why
that's
would
girl.
you
only
do
with
that?
yours because you do mediocre magic. But
You-
this magic is like way too beyond my I can't even comprehend. I don't even want to think about it. It makes my head hurt. I'm like, what?
You don't give a shit. You are like attacking. I
mean,
like his magic. Out of many times that I get mad at him.
Did you do the nickel one?
He's seen my nickel to dimes trick. Yes.
My God.
He's seen all my tricks. Sometimes I practice tricks with him.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. I like them. I would say they're above mediocre. And
Thank you, Christian.
I haven't seen much
That's right.
magic.
They are
so.
You should see more.
That's right. From my best friend, they are above mediocre. Thank you
C++.
very much, Christian.
Well, I don't want to give it. I don't know how to rate it. I'm doing it objectively from what I see, and because I have nothing else to compare it to.
I just think the phrasing of like, hey, his magic is a hair above mediocre. It's
You
like,
stop.
Hey, you're the one with the hair, okay?
That's your like
That's how
that's your
you rated the
defense
meat
of
at the
me. It's like no.
strip club.
It's a little better than mediocre. It's like why are you still using that word? Why
The
can't you
word
use a
mediocre
different?
is what
Yeah,
gets to you?
can't you use a different word?
Okay, below great.
Well, maybe you need to do, perform this magic and show your viewers and see what they think.
I've done a
they've seen
couple
it
of
once.
tricks. Yeah.
Yeah?
We'll catch it on video. I can tag it on at the end of that.
I tend to do it for the guests before the cameras start rolling, just to make them comfortable. But I didn't want to do one for you because you
I've
ruined
already
my
seen
tricks.
it.
You actually probably have seen it. Yeah, she's seen quite a few of them.
There's not much, but
Stop. All right, whatever.
Wow.
Look, this is gonna go on forever. We have another show on Thursday. Let's tease that episode.
Yes.
We'll skip the improv scene since Stephanie's not a trained improver, and usually we bring in
how dare you?
actual comedians.
Would you actually do improv?
I'm very witty.
You are.
You're-
I'm not
you
saying
are.
you're not.
I'm
Do you
not.
want to do an improv scene?
I'm not good with I could probably speak improv, but when you have to act and shit, that's where I lost on a stage.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Maybe
You know what I mean?
we try an improv scene.
Do you want to try an improv scene to close out the
Right
episode?
now, I'm terrified.
Okay. Fine.
You're the one that brought it
I
up.
don't know.
That said you wanted to do it.
I think I
As
spoke
soon as
too
you
soon.
said it, yeah, okay.
I didn't think you were gonna ask me that question.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I don't know. You guys do one real quick.
for
We're not
you,
just monkeys that do tricks for other people.
I need to see. I need an example.
That was really no.
You two do
it. I'm not gonna do it. You two do it. You know what?
Maybe I'll
Fuck
jump.
that.
Maybe I'll jump in. I don't know. You
You
never
can't
know.
just
That's
do
improv,
what you
baby.
want.
This is how.
That was the best. Honestly, I hope baddies you're still here because that's the best. That was the best line of the entire episode. That is, just,
To depict
bravo.
to depict how I've felt about
Bravo.
you in this past hour talking to you, I will show you with my hands.
Oh.
And
And back
there.
down.
Oh.
Hills and valleys.
back down.
Mine's the exact.
Mine ended
opposite.
with a down.
I'm at the
I'm
highest
shocked.
point of liking you right now because of that improv dig. I honestly, I'm gonna see if I can get you a raise at
I need to
work.
get my ratings down.
No, but I do like you, but you are sassy, and that's when I'll get a little defensive.
Do tell that I am sassy. It's my way of
It's the pants.
I don't know. These are North Face.
Oh, plug.
Expensive.
He hates North Face.
I don't hate North Face. I'm a Nike man.
How about Patagonia? You got any Patagonia on you?
No.
Did you say to that?
I used to work at the North Face, so
Yeah.
Oh, so
those are my guys.
Patagonia's your competition.
They're her guys.
Okay, so are we not doing an improv scene?
I guess not. No, it's fine. But we do tease our Thursday episode. We watched a movie that Stephanie brought to us.
Yes, you want to tell the baddies what we watched?
Rewatched Never Been Kissed.
That's right.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore classic.
Great movie.
1999.
Such
I
a great
believe.
rom-com.
It is. It
Yes.
is the rommiest, commiest movie.
Really? That you've ever seen?
It is pretty stereotypical rom-commy.
It's a whole lot of other things
There are
too.
a lot of movies like that. Where I feel like a lot of rom-coms are kind of the same thing. Either they're undercover or this and that. And
That was its prime. I feel like in the late 90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s, they're coming out with the very cheesy cliche. Because now that doesn't really happen anymore. Movies, even romantic movies.
movies
They're
just
lame.
aren't the same anymore in general.
No, they're all
everyone wants to do
dark.
passionate. Yeah, action still. I'm like, why
Yeah.
are we not cheesy rom-com anymore? Is it not going to sell to the newer age?
I
No.
think so. I
We're
think
all so depressed. We want to see
No, I think it's the newer generation.
what if Superman cried, and then they're just like, we could do that. We can make Superman cry.
Everything does have to be political correct now.
Oh,
Everything really does have to have a
this
little
is-
bit of everything in it now.
my favorite
be afraid
critique
of
that
being
Stephanie's
offensive.
ever told me about a movie was after Avengers. I think it was Endgame when they have when Spider-Man has the Infinity Gauntlet, and then all the girl Avengers are then don't worry, we'll help you. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
I remember everyone was like, "Oh, that's such a great scene. That's such a great scene." Stephanie was the first person I talked to who was like, "Wasn't that the dumbest thing ever?" And I was like, No, I thought that was kind of cool. Actually.
You're just honest.
I mean, for me, it's almost like, I don't know. I'm not a huge feminist. How dare you? I'm not.
No, I'm agreeing with you. It's just a weird way to phrase it.
I mean, you either have people that they're halfway into it, all into it, or not at all. But for me, I'm kind of not. But for me, it was almost like if I was, like, either some people take it as like
overcorrectness.
Awesome, that's great, or some people are like, did you really need to put that in there? Like, it's like almost you're trying too hard, kind of a thing.
I get that.
Like,
virtue signaling.
For instance, here's another thing. I don't know if this is too touchy of a subject, but like when they purposely put like a gay couple in a movie and really fixate on it, if I was like a gay person, I would almost be like, you're trying too hard. Like, do you need to make it that obvious? Can't you just like mellowly put it in? Mellowly. Sure. I think it worked well. Mellowly put it in there and act like it's normal. But when you're sitting there and you're purposely trying to point out, like,
you shoe it in.
Yeah, it's almost like I would be offended. I would just be like, you're trying too hard to make this a big thing. Just don't make it a big thing. I felt like in Avengers, they were trying too hard to make it a woman, like, powerful thing. They just didn't try too hard. Why didn't you just let them be, like, powerful throughout the whole movie? Why did you have to, like...
be subtle.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Because the guys have to save the day at the end of the film.
But do they have to? I think the women save the day at the end. Why can't they just all be equal? Like, some they save something around, like, an hour in and 30 minutes in.
It's like walking
the girls save, like, the unicorns and the flowers and the rainbows, and then the guys save, like, the tanks and the fighter jets and the fucking heavy metal bands.
Shoeing it into a movie, something like that, is like walking into a public setting, like a bar or something, and just yelling, "I'm not racist."
Yeah, well, like, I don't know why.
Walking to a Harlem
I don't know
bar.
why this is like the one that comes to my mind, but like Beauty and the Beast, the new one.
Yes.
You saw it? At the very end, they make one of the characters gay.
LeFou.
Yes, and they subtly make him be like, ooh, to a guy, but that's it.
Yeah.
So it was like they were like, ooh, we need to add something for the gay people. So let's throw this in there really quick. And it was kind of like,
give them the whole
it looked forced.
movie.
Yeah, and to me, I was almost like, you did that for me? Like, you didn't need to. I would have been fine. I would have been fine with the whole movie had that not been in there, but you felt like you had to. It was almost too much.
Yeah.
I would have been offended.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't know.
Totally.
I don't know anybody's shoes except for my own. So,
but I get your angle. I think people, there are a large amount of people that would agree with you. Like, oh, don't try too hard. If anything, that's just doing the opposite, and it's
virtue signaling.
You're unnecessarily trying to fight for that group.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't ask you to.
Yeah.
So don't.
Who knows? But who knows?
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about with this other movie because this other movie is fucking
I'm
crazy.
so happy you guys loved it. I'm glad there's a lot to talk about because I
Yes.
was like, I just don't
There
even
is.
know what they're going to ask me.
You should probably text whoever you're going to go pick that drawer from because you're definitely not going to be there on time.
Oh, shit. That's right. Hold on.
So
Intermission.
thank you guys so much, baddies. We will talk to you guys on Thursday. Stephanie will be joining us on that episode as well. My name's Alejandro. You can follow me at call_me_Jesus.
And you could follow me at Christian Has Asthma.
And can they follow you, Stephanie?
Oh, yeah. At Steffani DeRita.
That's
yes.
right.
And what can they see on your page?
A picture of me with a big bowl of cereal in between my thighs.
But just know,
It's Tutti Frutti, not Fruit Loops.
and also it's water and almond milk, not whole milk like an American.
Yeah.
I ate milk.
It's that.
Almond milk or bust.
God, that
What was
bowl of
that
cereal must
noise?
be nasty.
Yeah, good God.
All right, say bye.
Bye.
Bye.